It is crazy that TJ Watt getting a strip sack on Joe Burrow, causing a fumble, and tackling him to make sure he doesn't get the ball. He's now being labeled as a dirty player by a lot of fans and the media outlets. But before I get more into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also like this video. Now let's get right back into it. So, TJ Watt causing the strip sack on Joe Burrow. He knocked the ball out, the ball's loose on the ground. Joe Burrow is going to try to recover the fumble. What does TJ Watt do? Well, while he's continuing to make his tackle, he sticks onto the tackle. He just doesn't let him go. He brings him down to the ground, in which a normal tackle would be, by the feet, by the ankles. And his momentum carried him over, and it was kind of a roll. It was not a dirty play, not a hip drop tackle, not a tackle in which he turned his leg on purpose. No, just a regular tackle. And he's done this multiple times before, where if he's causing a sack, he's going to land on top of the quarterback and make sure he doesn't get the fumble, because he's the one who knows where the ball is going to go. So that's what he did against Joe Burrow. He caused the fumble, rolled over, and brought him down by the ankles. No injury was caused, nothing. But people on social media are saying, hey, he's doing the alligator roll. He's trying to hurt Joe Burrow. He's a dirty player. There's no need to grab him by the ankles. Should just let him go. And should just let him recover the fumble. Well, no, that's not what he did. He's done this multiple times in the past, and now the fans and some media outlets are calling him a dirty player because of it. And it's just absolutely nonsense. It got to the point on social media, on X, that even JJ Watt had to go on there and defend TJ Watt's actions on ESPN, on the Pat McAfee show, and just talk about it in general. Because on X, there's a lot of accounts, football accounts, posting the tackle and the strip sack of TJ Watt, and basically saying that it was a dirty ankle twist, and that he was trying to injure Joe Burrow because of it. Well, TJ Watt, he didn't injure Joe Burrow. There was not an injury at all. I'm sure if he wanted to, he could have, but no. And JJ Watt, he jumped into the replies and showcased his deep understanding of the game to shut down the narrative that his brother plays dirty. And in response, he not only highlighted the legality of the hit, also emphasized TJ Watt's commitment to clean and hard-nosed football and traits that Watt is known for. So JJ Watt, he hopped in the comment section, and one post was saying that he's a dirty player and how he's trying to injure the ankle, and how if this was TJ Watt, JJ Watt would be mad that someone's trying to do this to his brother. And JJ Watt responded by saying, hey, just checking, are you talking about the textbook way that tackling is taught by every NFL team to avoid injuries for both the ball carrier and the tackler? And then he put a link to the Seattle Seahawks exact same tackling drill. The exact same way that TJ Watt tackled Joe Burrow. This was in a drill that the Seattle Seahawks did in their preseason, during the season drill training. It's called the Hawk Roll Tackle. And it's exactly the way that TJ Watt did it. So JJ put this link, and it shows that TJ Watt is actually doing the right thing in a way to protect Joe Burrow. Didn't land on him weird. He actually rolled him over exactly how the Seattle Seahawks train their defenders to tackle. So JJ's defense resonates with Steelers fans who rallied behind TJ Watt and celebrated his dominant performance in Week 13. But that's not just it, because JJ Watt, this didn't end there. This continued, the discourse continued, and he had to actually appear on ESPN on the Pat McAfee show and actually be asked about this and defend TJ Watt once again, explain why his hit wasn't dirty. And once again, he said that NFL players are taught to actually do the alligator roll to protect not only the player they are tackling, but to protect themselves as well. And going low is better than going high, and this exact same play is how the Seattle Seahawks do it, and how every other team is trained to do it as well. So TJ Watt, it was just a textbook tackle. And then Pat McAfee, he brought up that on Hard Knocks, they showed this replay like 10 times. And if it was dirty, they wouldn't have showed it that many times. So obviously the NFL, they thought it was a legal play. He's not penalized for it. So this is how it's meant to be done. And JJ Watt said that these people who are mad about it are just mad about the loss, and they're just typing behind their keyboard, typing behind their phone, and they should go out and try it if they have something wrong with it. But he doesn't understand why people think this is a bad play, and they're just something to complain about, and more likely it's just because they lost the game. So Bengals fans are just mad, and these outlets are covering the madness, and they're bringing up a dirty play as well, just to have something to talk about. So TJ Watt, he's not dirty. This is explained really well, and the way that people are thinking about this just doesn't even make sense. Obviously, it wasn't everyone who was saying that it was a dirty hit and that TJ Watt is dirty, but this is what was being talked about after this past week's game against the Cincinnati Bengals, in which TJ Watt made the strip sack. So I just want to cover it so that you guys know what was happening in the media, what was happening on X, social media, everything like that, covering TJ Watt. So one more thing surrounding TJ Watt I just want to talk about really quickly is it's crazy that right now, if you look at these betting websites, betting apps, whatever, who do they have as a leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year? Well, they have TJ Watt. And you know what's crazy about that is this is probably TJ Watt's worst season in the NFL that he's ever had in terms of statistics and things like that. Obviously, record-wise, their team is doing good, their defense is doing good, so that's why his odds and stuff like that might be high. But if you look at statistics-wise, sacks, pressures, you look at tackles for loss, everything like that, this is probably one of his worst seasons of his career. And he's a leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Last season, he had 19 sacks. This season, right now, he's like 9.5. His pressures are really low. The only real thing that he's doing really, really good at is forced fumbles. But other than that, it's really just kind of a low, bad season for TJ Watt. It's still a good season for any other player in the league. But for TJ Watt, it's not. For Defensive Player of the Year from years past in which he lost it, it's nowhere compared to those. But he's a leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. And I just thought that was kind of funny because, like I said, his rookie season or the year after his rookie season, which he started playing more, is better than this season in terms of production. So TJ Watt, he's the leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. This would actually be really good if he could win this because it shows that, hey, maybe they didn't favor Myles Garrett as much. And if it truly doesn't matter based off of just sacks alone, TJ Watt could win it because TJ Watt had more sacks than Myles Garrett last year. TJ Watt's not the leader in sacks this year. So if it's not based off sacks, then TJ Watt could do it because he does have a huge impact and he allows his other teammates to go off because of all the attention that he gets. And if you're looking at the reason why Myles Garrett won it, that could be the reason why he won it last year, even though Steelers had a good defense last year as well and made the playoffs as well. But I guess they give it to Myles Garrett because of that. And that's exactly what TJ Watt's doing this year, allowing other teammates to do good, one of the best defenses in the NFL, and TJ Watt is a big key contributor into that. And it's just funny in general. It could also just be that he's the leader in Defensive Player of the Year as of right now because they're trying to make up for it because he should have won it last year. 100% should have won it over Myles Garrett last year, but he didn't. So now this season it's just like, hey, let's give it to TJ Watt. There's really no other person doing good. He's the biggest name out there right now in terms of players on the defense side of the football who are doing good and their team is doing good as well. So hey, let's just give it to TJ Watt, make up for him not winning it last year and all those other times that we robbed him. But that just looks like a funny narrative that's surrounding TJ Watt in terms of being a dirty player, in terms of Defense Player of the Year, and I just found this was funny as well because by no means is this TJ Watt's best season, and is he really about to win Defense Player of the Year? But in those other seasons in which he did 19 sacks, 17 sacks, and was a key person in pressures, top of the league tackles for loss, everything like that, he didn't win it. He got robbed all those other times, and now this season he's gonna win it. I just thought it was kind of funny. So, TJ Watt, leading candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you think he's gonna win it, and also let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about just the discourse in general about him being a dirty player. Do you think that this was a dirty tackle? Me personally, not at all. This is just a normal play, and I actually didn't even realize that he did it. And he did that role in which is considered dirty by Bengals fans until I went on social media and saw it. Other than that, when it first happened, not even thought twice about it. Literally just a normal play, and these Bengals fans just want to complain about something. Their season's not going good, and they just lost to the Steelers. They have nothing to brag about, and they just want to complain. That's how I view it, and that's how many other people view it as well. So, with that being said, that's the end of this video. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below about both those topics in this video. And also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis reports, everything surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've covered it. I'll continue to cover it as the season goes along. And even when the season's over, covering all the offseason as well. So stay tuned to this channel. And this is the best spot for Pittsburgh Steelers updates, news, rumors, everything. So like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and until next time, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.